And first, the highlights. Lagos State government assures residents of continuity in developmental projects. Nigerian Railway Corporation to resume operations on Warri-Itape train service. On the foreign scene, Egypt Red Cross joins search for hostage bodies in Gaza. And in sport, Super Eagles to face Egypt in pre-AFCON friendly game. Now the details, I am Dele Agadumo. Lagos State government under the Babajide Sanwo-Olu administration will not abandon any developmental project in the state to the benefit of its residents. This assurance was given by the Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Benga Omotosho, during an interactive session with journalists at Alausa. Omotosho gave insight into some deliverables of the Sanwo-Olu administration, including the new Masses Children's Hospital, second phases of the Blue and Red Line rail projects, relocation of Mile 12 Market, and ongoing major road projects, among others. While calling for attitudinal change towards the environment, Omotosho urged residents to report infractions on waste disposal, noting that government cannot be in every community to know their struggle on waste evacuation.
We live in a society in which we are very strong about our rights, about our privileges, but nobody wants to talk about responsibility at all. You ask them to pay little money for the PSP guys to come and remove refuse, and you see that people will be complaining. I agree with you that we can do better in some areas, but all I know is that it is very important to note the human element.
On the recently launched 410 million euros Omieko project, Omotosho said the initiative will boost water transportation, reduce travel time, and place Lagos at the forefront of the campaign for clean energy.
And if you have the kind of ferries and boats that are coming under the Omieko project, you know that Lagos is at the forefront of conversation about clean energy. These are boats that are not going to, that are very little or zero emission rate, that will not dirty our environment, that will be colorful on our waterways, that will be faster than the kind of thing that we have now, that will be safer than the ones that we have now. And it's not just about the boats, it's also about dredging our waterways.
While responding to the issue of street lighting, the commissioner said solar-powered installations are ongoing in different parts of the state to ensure that no criminal hide under darkness to unleash mayhem on residents before, during, and after the Yuletide. Omotosho also added that the Okwebi Mende or Jota Link Bridge which is 98% completed, will be unveiled before the end of this year. The Lagos State House of Assembly has warned members of the public to beware of a fraudulent Zoom meeting invitation being circulated using the picture and name of the Speaker, Mudashiru Obasa. Chairman, House Committee on Information, Strategy and Security, Olukayode Ogundipe, in a statement said the fake invitation originated from the mobile number 0807-292-6183, which contacted unsuspecting individuals under the guise of hosting a meeting with the Speaker. He also clarified that neither the Speaker nor any official of the Assembly authorized or sanctioned such a meeting. Ogundipe emphasized that all official communications from the Speaker and the Lagos State House of Assembly are issued only through verified and recognized channels. He urged members of the public to disregard the invitation, describing it as a clear attempt by fraudsters to deceive and exploit unsuspecting citizens. Lagos State Police Command has assured residents and motorists of adequate security following reports of a purported plan by some youths to disrupt movement on the Third Mainland Bridge. Command spokesperson Abimbola Adebisi, in a statement issued, said the police is aware of the information circulating about the alleged planned disruption around the Woro-Shoki axis of the bridge and had taken proactive measures to forestall any breakdown of law and order. Adebisi said officers have been fully deployed to ensure the safety of all road users and to prevent any form of obstruction or breach of peace. The police urged residents to go about their normal activities without fear, while also cooperating with security personnel as they perform their duties. Now to the rest of the stories. The Nigerian Railway Corporation (NRC) says the Warri Itape train service will resume operations on Wednesday, 29th of October 2025. NRC's Chief Public Relations Officer, Callistus Oyimaju, said this week after the corporation suspended train operations along that route. According to the agency, the temporary suspension became necessary to enable the corporation carry out essential repairs, system checks and maintenance on the tracks and rolling stock to enhance passenger safety and service reliability. The NRC spokesperson said the resumption aligns with the NRC's commitment to providing safe and efficient train services while maintaining the highest operational standards. The Nigerian Institution of Surveyors says it will work with Lagos State government by leveraging technology to address persistent flooding in the state. Vice Chairman of the Lagos State branch, Olukayode Ogundare, said this during the 2025 mandatory continuing professional development seminar of the institution with the theme Intelligent Flood Hazard and Vulnerability Mapping. Ogundare said flooding had been a challenge to mostly Lagos and other urban cities in Nigeria. He noted that flooding in Lagos should not be left to the government alone to address. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has expressed deep sorrow over the death of the Divisional Police Officer (DPO) of Festac Town Division in Lagos State, Chief Superintendent of Police Matilda Ubaroye. The governor sympathized with the Police Service Commission, the Lagos Police Command, the deceased family, friends, and the Festac community over the death of the late DPO. Governor Sanwo-Olu, in a statement issued by his special advisor on media and publicity, Boyega Akoshile, said the late CSP Mbaraye is a respected police officer known for her professionalism and commitment to the security of lives and property in Lagos State, particularly in Festac Town. And now to foreign news. Teams from Egypt and the International Committee of the Red Cross, ICRC, have been allowed to search for bodies of deceased hostages taken during the 7th October 2023 attacks. The Israeli government said the teams have been permitted to search beyond the so-called Yellow Line in the area controlled by the Israel Defense Forces, IDF, in Gaza. Hamas has transferred 15 out of the 28 deceased Israeli hostages under the first phase of a U.S.-brokered ceasefire deal, which requires it to hand over all hostage bodies. The group said it is now coordinating with Egyptian authorities. In our sport, the Super Eagles of Nigeria will clash with Egypt in a pre-2025 Africa Cup of Nations friendly in December. The encounter is slated for the Cairo International Stadium on Sunday, 14th December. Nigeria and Egypt will use the friendly to prepare for the AFCON, which will kick off in Morocco on December 21. The Super Eagles will start their preparations for the biennial tournament on December 10. And Nigeria is drawn in Group C with Uganda, Tunisia, and Tanzania. And that is the news at 10. Just before we go, do not drive on a one-way road. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. Visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. You can also listen to Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM live on My Lagos app for timely updates. Did you know the Sanwo-Olu administration completed and inaugurated a 13.68 kilometers Oshodi Abule Egba BRT corridor? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, try the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Bengal Motosho, has assured residents of the Babajide Sanwo-Olu administration will not abandon any developmental project in the state to the benefit of its residents. The Nigerian Railway Corporation, NRC, said the Warri-Itape train service will resume operations on Wednesday, 29th October 2025. Also told you that teams from Egypt and the International Committee of the Red Cross, ICRC, have been allowed to search for bodies of deceased hostages taken during the 7th October 2023 attacks. And in sport, the Super Eagles of Nigeria will clash with Egypt in a pre-2025 Africa Cup of Nations friendly in December. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That is the news broadcast compiled by Zainab Adebeshi. I am Dele Agadumo. Good morning. Thank you for listening.